I'm Solly Jo from Would You Ben, and you're watching Hometalk. Today we're going to be upcycling a lovely chest of drawers. So I'm going to be using the Posh Chalk Deluxe Decoupage. I wanted a really bright white to go under the decoupage. So for that I'm using Nordic Chic. It's a chalk paint. I've never tried it before. So I've decided I'm going to use the A1. So I'm going to be using the Posh Chalk Infuser to glue my decoupage paper onto the surface, and I'm just going to do it a section at a time because it's pretty hot in here and it will start drying. Getting a nice thick coat on, and that's as far as I'm going to go. I'm just going to lay it on the surface, and then I'm coming in with a dry brush and I'm starting in the middle and just coming out to the side there, and if I do get some crinkles I can always lift it up to get those wrinkles out. And then I'm going to show you how it goes into the groove there. So you can see you can really play about with this decoupage paper. It's got a special flex in it, so it does curve round corners and it's very tough. So now I'm going to come in and seal that, and this is just going to consolidate the decoupage paper. Now I have cut it a little bit skew width, but that's okay, we'll cover that up with some waxes. So now that the decoupage is nice and dry, I'm going to come in and cut so that I'll be able to open the drawers up. Now you must do this when it's dry. If you do it whilst it's wet, you will rip the paper. So now we're going to add some Would You Ben mouldings to the piece of furniture. We're going to start off with our fabulous trim TR718. Always use a good quality wood glue when you're doing your Would You Ben mouldings. I'm using Titebond. Bring it right up to the edge there. When you're using the trims, always try and keep them coiled up. It just helps them retain the heat. And then come in with my Stanley knife and just snip it at the bottom. Now if I do get a rough cut, I can come back in when it's cooled down and just sand it. If you do cut your trims a little bit short, don't worry about it because you can stretch them a little bit. So warm them up again. If it's nice and warm, you can just stretch it up. We do say in general that the trims will stretch around 10%. Because I've sanded it all down, I didn't want to lose that lovely wood feel. So I'm going to use the Posh Chalk metallic pastes, and I'm using deep gold, and we're just going to give it a wash. So I'm spraying the surface. You can turn them into just about whatever consistency you like. So I'm going to now come back in with a baby wipe and just wipe a little bit of it back so you can still see the wood grain. Still the Posh Chalk metallic paste, but I'm coming in with a darker colour now. Paste really do go well with papers for blending purposes when you want to blend them in. So I'm just going to go around the whole piece of the furniture now, just blending the pastes in to the surface and in with the decoupage paper. Decided that on the top I'm going to do a wash in the black carbon, but it's looking a bit dim to me, so I'm just coming in with some Posh Chalk metallic paste, and this is the green phthalo, and I'm just thinking that it's going to tie in with the patterns and colours on the paper. So now we're going to be doing some stenciling with the Posh Chalk stencils. They're heat resistant, they're nice and thick, and this is Solly's lace. I'm going to decant some of the copper in there and some silver. So I'm going to be using the Posh Chalk Infuser, and it is also an external sealer. So are you ready for the stencil reveal? I think this is nice and dainty to pop on the sides. I'm going to dry brush the mouldings now with the pigment, keeping my brush relatively vertical over the surface, brighten the piece up a little bit. I'm going to be using the corner 1449. These are our 3rd generation Would You Ben mouldings. Now what does that mean? That means that we have higher compression rates, the detail on the moulding is a lot sharper. And that's it, we're finished. Thanks for watching Home Talk, and we'll see you next time.